right? For those of you guys who are considering making a fixture for CNC milling your blades, it doesn't need to be too crazy, and I recommend going pretty lean on your initial attempt. So even if I'm going to do a few hundred pieces, I might make something like this, depending on what it is. Now, this is just a concept fixture, and honestly, this is 15 minutes worth of work. So we have a dowel here, and it's round, and that is your X and Y zero, right? Because you can indicate that. And then over here, right there, we have another dowel, and that dowel has had the right and left sides ground flat. So it is, but only for a short distance. So in this side and this side of the dowel across in the y-axis, they are intact. And so what that does is your part has two dowel holes reamed in it, and it rotates, and your XY0 is established there, and then your angular orientation is set by this dowel here. So if you leave your dowels both round, you're over constrained. And not only is that not the correct way to do things, it makes it harder to get your parts on and off. The other thing to note here is that the dowels are not even sticking up quite as high as the part is thick, right? So you don't want to have too much going on there. And then it's just got a bunch of 1/4 holes on here. And I put, for this initial test, I put as many fastener holes in as I think I might need. Not like a best case scenario, but a worst case scenario, because all I have to do is just not put fasteners in where I find I don't need them. And this is a very quick way to do some trial and error. So there you have it, guys. Piece of 1/2 inch thick aluminum, 15 minutes worth of work, and you have yourself a very workable fixture. And I guess I should add that I prefer, when possible, for prototyping, not for production runs, because it adds unnecessary costs. For production, I do things differently. For prototyping, these two dowels here, they are so that the part is flipped about its axis. So literally, see what I can find laying around here that looks kind of like a part. So my blank will go on like this, and it literally just flip and use the same dowel holes. And that keeps things very lean. And it does use a little bit of material, but that little bit of extra material for prototyping is definitely a savings when it's considered against time.